some of those. This is from the Buffalo Gap days.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is with
that's what I remember.
This is
Oh,
with
yeah,
Gary
I
Oldman
remember
and
that.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's good stuff. You gotta
That was
read
good
both.
stuff.
When in doubt,
Why today it's safe?
it's Christmas. I can think of a million reasons.
Hello, welcome to Artichoke Music. How you all doing? I'm Leah Mochi. I'm the executive director here, and I just want to tell you a little bit about this place in case you haven't been. Is there anyone here for the first time tonight? Oh, wow. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, you're in for a treat. Artichoke Music is a nonprofit venue. We have been in Portland for 54 years now. We started briefly on Northwest Portland, and then we were on Hawthorne for most of that time and moved over here when that building sold in 2017. And so at Artichoke, we are mostly folk-based and folk-adjacent, and we have a wonderful music store that's almost all consignments from artists, and so that's a great way to support artists here in our community. We have a lot of free events. We have free open mics, donation-based every single Wednesday night. We have acoustic open mic, queer open mic, teen open mic, and a new women's open mic. So we really try to be an incubator for new talent here in Portland and give people a chance to be on this stage. We also have jams, tons of jams every month that are free, harp jams and ukulele and banjo and guitar. And so check out our website and see if you might want to come and enjoy a jam. We also have a school here and several different classes. And you know, one thing that really makes us unique is that, you know, at our venue, we always pay our teachers well, we pay our musicians well. We're a nonprofit. We're all trying to help music community grow here in Portland. So check us out, get involved. And, you know, one thing that's just absolutely incredible about Artichoke Music is that it's almost entirely volunteer run. Myself and Olivia are the only paid staff here, and everybody else here is just volunteers. There's over 60 active volunteers that have been running this place for 50 years. Impressive. It's amazing, yes. So at our door tonight, you met our wonderful board treasurer, Cynthia. She's here to helping us. And then we have Ben volunteering on video. He just learned, never had run video before. So if you want to learn a new talent, we will train you. And then we have Nick, who is shadowing Olivia today, and seeing if he might be interested in doing that. So has anyone seen Craig before? Craig is a regular here at Artichoke, and you know, it's just amazing. His shows, he always does a double header. They always sell out quickly. And this month it was really strange because we had some different things going on he might talk about. And so last minute, then I had cancellations, and he popped back in here, and we're just so thrilled. And what an amazing turnout. It's only been on sale for 8 days, so thank you for all coming back. It's really great. So I think that's all. We are live streaming tonight, so please make sure your cell phone is turned off. And we will have an intermission, and there are bathrooms through the store and up the stairs. And there's also this one here that is, if you would like. So without further ado, please welcome Craig Carothers.
Thank you, Leah. You know, I've been struggling for years to figure out how to describe what I do, but you said something tonight that made it all come together. I'm folk adjacent. I've been the liar, I've been the lie, I've been the junkie, I've been the high, I've been the genius, I've been the fool, I've been the outlaw, I've been the rule, I've been the grifter, I've been the con, I've been the king and I've been the pawn. That's the life of a vagabond. I've been the freight train, I've been the track, I've been the tightrope, I've been the slack, I've been the scalpel, I've been the skin, I've been the juggler, I've been the pin, I've been the headlights, I've been the deer, I've been the blindfold, I've been the mirror, and I never want to dream that end up here. On a steady course with an even keel, where you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Not if you've got something real. I love the way your love makes me feel. I've been the castle, I've been the moat, I've been all three people in the Dear John note. I've been a panther, I've been the prey, I've been the sculptor, I've been the clay, and it took this long to find my way to a steady course with an even keel where you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Not if you've got something real. I love the way your love makes me feel. Little rough water, no big deal. That's nothing that time won't heal. Not if you've got something real. I love the way your love makes me feel. I love the way your love makes me feel. Thank you. Now, most of you would never know, but I screwed up a really important word in that song. Not if you've got something real. Not if you've got something real. But the last time it's supposed to be not when you've got something real. And I screwed it up. So I'd like to play the whole song over. It's funny how much, like, one word, I know I'll hear about it on the ride home. If, huh? If. A man can always see the love in a woman's eyes. That look says more than words could ever say. And watching you put your makeup on tonight, I realize I've never felt this way. 'Cause you're the only one. You're the only one. You're the only one who loves you more than me. You love everything about you, and you can't live without you. Girl, I know exactly how you feel. 'Cause you think you're amazing, and you know I agree. You're the only one who loves you more than me. If you're lucky enough to be here tonight with your special someone, my advice is for the remainder of this song, do not make eye contact. Well, I've never been the kind who's ruled by jealousy. When doubt creeps in your heart, it's such a shame. But there's never been a doubt that you and I were meant to be. 'Cause when we make love, we both call out your name. You love everything about you, and you can't live without you. Girl, I know exactly how you feel. 'Cause you think you're amazing, and we all know I agree. You're the only one. You're the only one. You're the only one who loves you more than me. Thank you. So, two things. I love scanning the room after I give the advice in the middle, because there's three different sort of, there's more responses, but there's three main responses that couples have. One is that they both go like this. And one is they immediately look deep into each other's eyes. That's not us. And my favorite one, though, is when one of them looks and the other one doesn't. And I realize I have started a problem. Talk about it on the way home. So a lot of times when you're out and you travel and you play a lot, people, they want to tell you things that are wrong with your songs. And so somebody came up to me after I played the song. I think I was playing in outside Chicago. And this woman came up and she said, you know, actually, you're the only one who loves you more than I do. Because the way you're saying it is that you're the only one who loves you more than me, more than I love me. I said, good, I'm sure the audience was confused. That's not my nicest response. I'm saving that for another one later. Pardon?
From the south side of Chicago.
No, outside of Chicago. I did not add, I'm not throwing any particular part of outside of Chicago under the bus. Nothing but blue and it's all ocean view for miles and miles. Too far from shore, can't turn back anymore. Still we're in denial. With no compass or star, no guardian angel or breadcrumb trail. Soaked to the skin, only now it sinks in. We're the same. The same. We're in the same boat. No sign of land, and we don't understand this whole odyssey. Out of our depth, if we're not all scared to death, maybe we ought to be. 'Cause those planks under your feet are all that stand between us and Mr. Davy Jones. So our only hope is to keep her afloat within the sea. Is there a red morning sky when you open your eyes? Same. It's the same. And we're in the same. It's the same. The same. Thank you. So this seems like a good time for us to go around the room and have each and every person stand and tell a little bit about themselves. There's usually one person that's a little too anxious to go first. I'll go! Is that a train? Is that a truck? It's Superman. That girl first saw her in the checkout line. I didn't really pay no mind till I saw her in the parking lot. That girl, she came walking up to me. She said, I think we're meant to be. And I told her that I think we're not. But you know, some people, they just won't take no for an answer. No, they won't, even when you're giving them the old heave-ho. Right then I knew I'd have to start shopping at a different store. She would not be ignored. It wasn't my safe way anymore. That girl, I could tell she really got around, 'cause overnight she tracked me down, started camping out in my backyard. That girl, she was caterwauling all night long, singing her siren song, thought I was gonna need a bodyguard. Well, I knew better and I never did a thing to lead her on, but she wouldn't get gone, she kept coming on strong. There was nothing left to do, thought I was gonna have to call the cops, install some deadbolt locks, because she would not stop. She was as subtle as a house on fire, might lead one to inquire what was her damage. One night she threw a couple of rocks at me, but I think quite possibly that was just her love language. That girl, just when I thought the coast was clear, she showed up in my rearview mirror at 4 in the morning, I know. Then I saw her hiding in the bushes later on that day, and I swear that I heard her say, "Play Misty for me." Looking back on it now, I know it seems a little far-fetched, and you might well suggest that the truth's been stretched. Say what you will, I stand by every word. I know it sounds absurd, it's just the facts as they occurred. That girl, she just would not refrain from her tireless campaign, and it was pretty scary. That girl swooped in like a wrecking ball, chased me all the way to City Hall, where we got married. And we're still married. And it's still scary. That girl. Thank you. Got to play the old and the new. Last time I was here, somebody yelled out the name of a song that was 50 years old. One of my songs that I wrote before I was born. But it wasn't this song. Are you all right? Am I all wrong? How do you remember our time? As a battle of will or a contest of skill, what is it that sticks in your mind? I couldn't make you talk to me, cut me to the quick. I couldn't make you talk to me, and I tried every trick. And when you wouldn't talk to me, I tried to let it pass. If you're not gonna talk to me, then I'm not gonna ask. What have I done now? What have I said to make you act like you want me dead? No words of violence to break my bone, only your silence like sticks and stones. Like sticks and stones. Will anyone strong if nothing goes wrong? And there is no cloud in the sky. If the going gets rough, well, that's a true test of love. And we did not score so high. Too much resistance now, damage has been done. Can we go the distance till we're standing in the sun? If you would promise that you'd try and make amends, then I won't have to ask again and again. What have I done now? What have I said to make you act like you want me dead? No words of violence to break my bones, only your silence like sticks and stones. What have I done now? What have I said to make you act like you want me dead? No words of violence to break my bones, only your silence like sticks and stones. Sticks and stones. Like sticks and stones. Sticks and stones. Oh, like sticks and stones. Like sticks and stones. Oh, like sticks and stones. Thank you. So, there's a couple that I know, and I've known them a long time, and the woman of the couple, she always wants to hear the song I just played. And that's good because it's a song about how stuff didn't work out. What would I do if the song she wanted to hear was about unrequited love and the fact that we're going to just go on and be strong for our mates? What if that was the song she wanted to hear every time? And she and her husband came to the show, and my wife was at the show, and I played, "If Only We Could Be Together." What if that was the song she always wanted to hear? Well, I wouldn't be able to play it for her, would I? Seems like a kind of a me problem. You guys can't really relate to this, can you? See, everybody thinks that every song that you sing is your true life story. I came home a little late, a little loud, a little drunk. I just make them up. And like the night before, I locked my car keys in the trunk. So I came pounding at your window. I guess I might have made a scene. But when you finally answered, you were kind of mean. But I forgive you. I forgive you. Just like you'd forgive me if the fault were ever mine. I forgive you. I forgive you. What? It's like they say, to err is human, but forgiveness is divine. I woke up a little burnt, a little bent, a little blind. Note said you'd gone to see your mother, but that you'd be home by 9. But you came back at 7:30 to me and Charlene in the shower. And honey, all of that profanity, well, that was not your finest hour. But I forgive you. I forgive you. Just like you'd forgive me if the fault were ever mine. I forgive you. I forgive you just how I am. It's like they say, to err is human, but forgiveness is divine. You said, let's have a little talk, a little truce, a little toast. Here's to forgetting who's forgiven whom the most. I didn't even taste that strychnine. You must have slipped into my beer. But as I lapsed into unconsciousness, I'm pretty sure you whispered in my ear, I forgive you. I forgive you. just like you'd forgive me if the fault were ever mine. I forgive you, I forgive you. It's like they say, to err is human, but forgiveness is divine. You were right, to err is human, but forgiveness, that's divine. Thank you. My favorite part of playing this song around the country is that invariably, every few nights, somebody will come up to me and say, is that a true story? Yeah. Yes, it is. Brought to you from beyond the grave. I found her message on the mirror the day before she disappeared. Bon voyage was all she wrote there in her final note. Now there's lipstick on my looking glass I can't wash away. Lipstick on my looking glass, written all over my face in scarlet letters. That's how she said goodbye. Scarlet letters. Now it's too late to cry. I read red writing on the wall, but my reflection says it all. I can't believe that it's all true, while my eyes follow me around the room. Through this lipstick on my looking glass, I can't wash away. Lipstick on my looking glass, written all over my face in scarlet letters. That's how she said goodbye. Scarlet letters. Now it's too late to cry. She's half a world away. I think by now she's half a world away. Scarlet letters. That's how she said goodbye. Scarlet letters. Now it's too late to cry. Now it's too late to cry. Thank you. Scarlet lettuce. One of my young relatives used to call it scarlet lettuce. I wanted to go back and re-release it. I like that title better. He brings her flowers every night. They go out dancing on the weekend. Always romantic and polite. And he buys her little presents for no reason. Yeah, he's as thoughtful as can be. Guys like that make it hard for guys like me. He goes to church, he doesn't cuss. He's not a drinker or a smoker. He's the kind of guy that she can trust, not to lose her mother's necklace playing poker. Yeah, he's the picture of integrity. Guys like that make it hard for guys like me. And he knows what she was wearing when they met. Oh, come on. And her birthday's never something he forgets. makes her breakfast in bed, and it's delicious. He'll even wash and dry the dishes. You know, it's interesting. When you go around the country, if I play that line in the Deep South or in Texas, that, man, he does the dishes, and they erupt in laughter. Play that in Berkeley or Portland and Seattle, people go, and? He never gives her reason to be jealous. Oh, wait a minute. When she's in a mood, he understands. He knows when to talk and when to listen. And when she's pouring out her heart, he holds her hand. He can hear her problems without trying to fix them. This was almost believable until this point. Yeah, he's a catch, and all her friends agree. Guys like that make it hard for guys like me. And he likes to cuddle by the fireside, of course he does. And at the ending of Titanic, they both cried. He doesn't suffer from embarrassing dysfunction. In the bedroom, and he can even take instruction. He never gives her reason to be jealous. After work, he always goes straight home. He doesn't hang out at the strip clubs with the fellas. He just doesn't have that hound dog chromosome. But he's a 3-time world's best husband nominee. Guys like that make it hard for guys like me. And he runs his own successful company. And he volunteers at a children's charity. And he never gave her hepatitis B. Guys like that make it hard for guys like me. Thank you. Thank you very much. I played that song at a bachelorette party one time, which sounds worse than it was. They'd come from Boulder to the Bluebird. Usually a bachelorette party is bad news, but they were really song fans, and they were great audience, great listeners, but they were young, early 20s. And at the end of it, one of the women in that group came up to me. She goes, "I'm on to you." And I started squirming a little bit. What do you mean? She goes, "That song about the other guy. You're not the other guy. You're the guy. You're not the guy singing. You're the other guy." And Kathy was in the room, and she said in this exact tone of voice, "Yeah, he's the other guy." Which I still can't quite unpack. But she's funny. I'm gonna play a new song. Papa's still snoring, Mama's still snoring, even the dogs are out cold. I feel a bit complacent, but there's little time to waste, 'cause there's a couple hundred dailies to fold. You gotta be a promise keeper, not an oversleeper, or you're in the burying the lead. Working on a deadline, handing out the headlines, unstoppable atop my rusty steed. I pedal down the avenue, I take a shortcut through the woods. I gotta spread the news all around the neighborhood. Wednesday's tires, Saturday's flyers, Monday's all about the classifieds. Tuesday's for memorial and Thursday's editorial, and Friday's got the multiplex guide. I heard a couple growlers, thought I was a prowler, everybody else is still in bed. I'm a pilgrim on a mission in the field of journalism, with the rubber banded black and white and red. I can't sing the early bird blues, and I wouldn't even if I could. I get to spread the news all around my neighborhood. Tomorrow is Sunday, the very least fun day, working on the dawn patrol. But But that story comes with the territory and it's out of my control. So I'll be packing up my saddlebags, ain't no time to lollygag, gotta keep my head in the game. Cutting through the cul-de-sac, hidden like a quarterback, headed for the fall, headed for the Hall of Fame. Singing leedle, 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 catch a glimpse of the morning star. Leedle, 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 chewing on a cold Pop-Tart. Leedle, 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 it's the whisper of the corduroy. Leedle, 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 it's the life of the paper, life of the paper, life, the paper boy. And I can almost play it. And I can almost play it. Too many words. I'm a pilgrim on a mission in the field of journalism with the rubber banded black and white and red. And that's not the part I screwed up. It's the easy part. So I get through the hard part. I go, okay, oops. Oops. Oh, Vince. Got a spare glass of red sitting around? It was never much debated that she must have been elated when she learned of my sudden sad demise. But that's not the way she played it. Teary-eyed and devastated, wearing grief as her cynical disguise. There in her hand, her white oleander, small bouquet, made no impression at the time. But the press will surely brand her, crone or innocent bystander, long before it's deemed a mishap or a crime. How patiently she waited, every move premeditated, till at last she could savor her revenge for all the ways she'd been berated, undermined and isolated, with her heart broken time and time again. There in her hand, her white oleander, small bouquet, made no impression of a crime. But those who reprimand her, well, they don't understand her, or why those petals found their way into the wine. It's cool and quiet in the garden. I've got time to contemplate. She only finished what I started. I was the master of my fate. So if one day she's implicated, vilified, incarcerated, well, that would not be justice done. The state of mind she demonstrated was one my faithlessness created. And like the wine, those words are bitter on my tongue. Just a kind of an upbeat dance number for your enjoyment. Jack McMahon recently passed and it broke my heart. One of the first people I ever heard, you know, you see people on TV, you see the Beatles on TV, you see Paul Simon on TV, you see people of that level. The first time I ever saw somebody just like in a room, a person I'd never heard of who I thought was that good was when I first saw Jack McMahon, 1975 at the Portland State Cabaret. He had just moved here from New Jersey. Huge, huge, great friend, great influence, great singer, great songwriter, amazing. Anyway, it's the Parade of Sadness. I'm losing a lot of friends lately, and it's a song I used to play and of Jack's. This has been going on for far too long, and I don't understand the reason. We've been friends through right and wrong, weathered every kind of season. Now you come to me, say such a thing. I think you know the sadness that it brings. Did you really want to hurt me? Well, you use the ones you say you love, you abuse them and discard them. I wonder what you're thinking of, planting poison in the garden. But you laughed at truth, enjoyed my shame, tried so hard to scandalize my name. But all you did was lose me. I never did envy you, what you sought to call your pleasure. I'm never gonna sell my soul for all the money you can measure. But I could not stand and watch you fall. I tried to reach, but you did not hear my call. I believe you didn't want to. The road you're taking goes nowhere, will mislead you and destroy you. But you make it so hard to care. All your friends, they will avoid you. But the saddest thing is as you drown, you probably try to pull some poor soul down. That won't end your loneliness. Yeah, Jack. All right, I'm going to play another song, and then, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and talented Vince. Thank you. And now you're thinking to yourself, you're going to play one more song? You could have got your own damn wine. But then I would not have been able to parade you. It's not imagination gonna shake you up. That's a day at the beach. Living in a dream and you gotta wake up before it's all out of reach. Day at the beach. It's a day, it's a day, it's a day, it's a day at the beach. Got a lot of money where you got a good shot. That's the lesson they teach. Got a lot of nothing, well it's not so hot. It's no day at the beach, day at the beach. It's a day, it's a day, it's a day, it's a day at the beach. How many times do you hear Let's hear it. Got a lot of money when you got a good shot. Got a lot of nothing when it's not so hot. That's the day at the beach, day at the beach. It's a day, it's a day, it's a day, it's a day at the another day, just another day. Day at the beach. It's a day, it's a day, it's a day, it's a day at the beach. Day at the beach. Thank you, thank you. Don't go away. I'm not going away.
How do you feel about us singing along?
I like it, especially if it's the same song. Well, and it's not about to be too picky. So could you tell?
Just because I'm in misery, I'm not asking for no sympathy. But if it's not asking too much, please send me someone to love.
You always have the moodiest, cool music that you play. What was that? That was really cool. If you're looking for a hit playlist, talk to her. Well, there was some discussion when I... Some discussion of maybe I would play holiday songs, and I said no. But then I realized I have one that I wrote, and so I will play my one holiday song. Yeah, that would be that's not really very binary, man. It's not either or. This is the part where I am playing the holiday song and I'm not playing Schenectady. That doesn't mean I won't ever play Schenectady. But that's not a holiday song. Far back as I recall, this time of year filled me with dread. Dread. Home always represented breaking hearts and bumping heads. But then one night something happened that was straight out of a fable. And that became what we still call the night of the dreidel. No one was crying, no one went away mad. Nobody burned the dinner or made my mother sad. No one had a shouting match and called each other names, or got into a fist fight brought on by a football game. Nobody got embarrassed, no one was overserved. No hidden agendas, no discouraging words. There was no retaliation, no one planning their attack. And for a change, nobody said what they could not take back. To this day, I can't explain it. All our newfound cheer, as if all our crazy history just disappeared. Seems like a miracle happened here. Seems like a miracle happened here. Everyone was smiling, not angry like before. Quite a different spin on how it's ever been before. Like some kind of happy family where push never comes to shove. As we sat there all together, I swear you could feel the love. We laughed and sang a song with all the candles burning bright. And finally for us it was a festival of light. Now there's holy in our holidays and all the riffs are gone. Our own small revolution, just like the Sevivon. To this day I can't explain it. All our newfound cheer, as if all our crazy history has disappeared. Seems like a miracle happened here. Seems like a miracle happened. That night I dreamed that all the world was welcome at the table. And every nation did away with prejudice and labels, as if they'd never even been a Tower of Babel. Yeah, miracles can happen in one night. To this day I can't explain it. On a new frontier, all our crazy history disappear. Seems like a miracle happened here. Seems like a miracle happened here. Seems like a miracle happened here. Seems like a miracle, seems like a miracle happened here. And that magic night became what we still call the night of the dreidel. Thank you. My upbringing was one in which I always thought the word dysfunctional was an unnecessary modifier for the word family. And so when people would say dysfunctional family, I would go, redundant. Always fistfights, always arguments, always something being thrown against the wall and somebody running from the room screaming. And when I went away to college, people were saying, I can't wait to go home for the holidays. I would go, can we stay in the dorms? Is it okay? So Don Henry and I have been on this writing jag of writing songs on the phone and not even talking to each other, which is better. Because Don and I both like to write by ourselves the most. I've got a lot of songs I've co-written that I like a lot, but it's not my favorite. So Don and I figured out that we could write like we're writing by ourselves by just sending each other things in text. The rules are never tune with the capo on, and then I just broke that rule, so give me one moment. This tuner is loaned to me, courtesy of Artichoke. Thank you very much. Mine died right when I got here, and I went in the other room and I said, could I please buy a tuner? I believe you have them here. And the gentleman said, we've got a lot of them. Why don't you just borrow one? That was very nice. I'm going to try to not borrow it home. It's not mine. I'll remember that. Go in the distance, making the grade. In for the long haul, we promised in trade that we wouldn't get married, at least not to the plan. And we ended up nowhere out here on the land. Rich if by fortune, broke if by train, a bitch if by hitchhike, a pain if by plane. The hum of the highway, hover on tar, one if by lonesome, two if by car. 20 winks in the backseat on the side of the road, where a flatbed of roses had lost a small load. Half hour in the truck stop, quick check neath the hood, then a big gulp of coffee, smoking we're good. Rich if by fortune, broke if by train, a bitch if by hitchhike, a pain if by plane. The hum of the highway, by compass or star, one if by lonesome, two if by car. I've been all through the Badlands and down on the Snake, all across the Panhandle and all around the Great Lakes. Black hills, the redwoods, the green mountain song, and like the mighty Columbia, we just keep rolling on. Rich if by fortune, broke if by train, rich if by hitchhike, a pain if by plane. The hum of the highway, the smell of guitars, one if by lonesome, this land is your land, this land is ours. Thank you. Thank you very much. Pardon?
Dedicated to Woody?
Yeah. Starting tonight. What's become of Polly? I haven't seen her for days. I wonder if she's gone away. Or maybe she's just hiding. And it's all just some kind of game. But I'm thinking I might be to blame. 'Cause I've looked far, I've looked near, but now it seems like she's just disappeared. There must be something I'm missing. Did I scare her or say something wrong? Was she bent out of shape so she made her escape, and I'm just the last to catch on? Is Polly gone, Polly gone, Polly gone? Polly gone, Polly gone, Polly gone. I was so drawn to Polly. She held my heart on a chain, though she thought her figure quite plain. She was someone who knew all the angles, good lines in abundant supply. But now she's vanished without a goodbye. I've looked high, I've looked low, but they've got no idea where she might go. There must be something I'm missing. Did I hurt her or do something wrong? Did she get tired of me or just need to get free? Either way, I'm a fool to hang on. With Polly gone, Polly gone, Polly gone. Polly gone, Polly gone, Polly gone. Not a note or a card or a text, and I'm left in the dark feeling vexed. 'Cause this hex from my ex is complex. Some things are beyond understanding. I won't hold out for some rapprochement. Still miss her face, guess she needed her space. Or maybe I was obtuse, that's why she vamoosed without so much as a so long. So I wrote a geometry song called Polygon, Polygon, Polygon. Polygon, Polygon, Polygon. Polygon, Polygon, Polygon. Not really a math crowd, I see. It might be a vortex. It might be a dream. It might be that pizza with kale and sardines. A bit psychedelic, a bit over the top, a bit transcendental, and I can't make it stop. It's the end of my future. the start of my past, a warp time continuum. Einstein might ask, are you coming or going, son? And I would have replied, you're the brain, Mr. Egghead. I'm just here for the ride. I need a commitment. She barked out her demands, while my indecision dripped right through my hands. But if time's a burrito, an infinite wrap, I catch her on the flip side the next time we overlap. 'Cause it's the end of my future, the start of my past, a warp time continuum. Hawking would have asked, are you coming or going, son? And I would have replied, you're the brain, Mr. Egghead. I'm just here for the ride. There's a parallel and a paradox and a paradigm and a pair of socks and the paraquat and your periscope and my parakeet and a pair of dopes traipsing across the universe. For better or worse, I suppose it's all relative, or more ephemeral than that. Like Mr. Bell's theorem, or Schrodinger's cat, a subjective equation, a riddle for sure, the cosmic unknowable, the bewildering blur. That's her, end of my future, the start of my past, a warp time continuum. Doc Brown might ask, are you coming or going, son? And I would have replied, you're the brain, Mr. Egghead. I'm just here for the ride. I'm here for the ride. Every wave, every particle, however you identify, we're just here for the ride. Thank you. All right. I have this wasn't really a request, but there was a song discussed that I'm going to try to not butcher. So I throw my best intentions out the window. Here we go again. I cannot stand by, turn a blind eye. Not with all this flag ascending. How can I hold my breath and count to 10 when you won't see the flag of Geneva? They threw you out and locked the door. With you gone, there is no justice anymore. Geneva, you think that it's in my heart to savor a victory that an ambush brings? Well, you don't know me, that's what it shows me. quiet. I could never say the meanest thing, nowhere near it, but still you hear it. Janine, I call you in. To see how those fools have changed the game. Now they're letting you out and lock the door. And with you gone, there is no justice till we get our treaty signed. I get no sleep or peace of mind. See how those fools have changed the game. I don't know what we're fighting for. With you gone, now all is fair in love and war. With you gone. Geneva, Geneva. So I throw my best intentions out the window. Here we go again. Hey. There's gonna be some talk if she comes out. Foundations will be rocked if she comes out. Some will be thunderstruck, both in and out of luck. They'll say she's run amok. If she comes, I've waited my whole life to use the word amok in a song. She's gonna take some flack if she comes out. They'll talk behind her back if she comes out. Forked tongue and serpentine hissing behind the blinds. They'll lose their narrow minds if she comes out. Doesn't telegraph her intentions, doesn't wave a flag, doesn't want to be the center of attention or the next hashtag. Squares won't understand if she comes out. Their fit will hit the shan if she comes out. Languid and bittersweet to sail against the fleet, but it's fate complete if she comes out. She's got her reservations, why wouldn't she? So many expectations, who she's supposed to be. But she'll be on TV if she comes out, shaking her family tree if she comes out. Will they warm up in time to her new paradigm? Find out it's not a crime if she comes out. No, she's done nothing wrong. And if she ever drops the bomb, well, she'll still be my mom if she comes out. If she comes out. Not where you thought it was going. not where you thought it was going. My sister saw me on a live stream and she called me up and she said, apparently you know something about our mother that I am unaware of. And I said, well, she's no longer with us. It's not really mine to tell. Nice dodge, I think. I don't remember how it felt to learn of that conveyor belt that snakes through this little town down to the sea. I didn't then connect the dots or anticipate the twisted plot or fathom all that it would mean, that it could mean to me. Then came a sorry situation, fraught and full of complications. What sometimes necessity presents, remedy of elegance. There's nothing like the universal solvent. Nothing else will turn the tide so quick. No looking back, no time to think. Just drop your burden in the drink. It's that or the gallows, take your pick. Good old H2O will always do the trick. Well, this has worked for men like me for more than 1,000 centuries. Mother Nature saves the day, cleaning up our mess. And as the current rushes by, there's barely time to say goodbye. We wash our hands and walk away with nothing to confess. Just a momentary shiver as you cast your fate into the river. And honestly, it works just like a dream, sending all the evidence downstream. 'Cause there's nothing like the universal solvent. Nothing else will turn the tide so quick. One splash and all your worldly woes are swiftly going with the flow. Subtraction is the best arithmetic. Good old H2O will always do the trick. Bon voyage to all your troubles, submerging in a swirling cloud of bubbles, and sinking slowly down into the deep. And just go home and get a good night's sleep. 'Cause there's nothing like the universal solvent. Nothing else will turn the tide so quick. Bundle up your Waterloo and launch it toward the bounding blue. Now let's see him try and make the charges stick. Good old H2O will always do the trick. Good old H2O will always do if you've got the stones to see through. H2O will always do the trick. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is it too late to go around the room and have everybody? Oh, never mind. I gave her 2 keys in case she lost one. And I my intentions, though my heart isn't shy. From scribbled love notes to cursive in the sky. She is never on time, but I'm glad that I waited. And she is wise in her ways, but yet understated. Like music, her love is measured by the space. Ah, but silence to me feels like running in place. She says she loves me, but only shows it half the time. And I'd never let love flicker if the choice were only mine. I'd turn the flame up quicker, but there she is surrendering to what she can't control. Now she's being cool, she's going with the flow. Oh, how little I know. And when she can't make up her mind, she disappears for days. And all that she leaves behind is a mysterious haze. So I guess hibernation isn't just for the bears. And once in a blue moon should be enough to know she cares. Proof that she loves me. But then she's in the wind, the first sign of stormy weather, and I'm in the dark again, trying to pull myself together. She knows who she is, where she wants to go. Me, I'm more concerned with what I need than what I owe. How little I know. I could feel her goodbye before over was spoken. Still I can't talk myself out of being heartbroken. There was always the chance that I would end up getting burned. But one drop of pain is 2 drops lesson learned. She said she loved me. So if ignorance is bliss, this is heaven, I suppose. 'Cause I don't understand, and that's the way it goes. Thank you. That's what I call the vampire song, because I've been teaching at the University of Miami for the last 14 years, and I meet a lot of young singer-songwriters in the program. And I have a rule that I won't collaborate with them while they're undergrads, and that's really to protect me, because I don't want it to be like favoritism where I start writing with one of them while they're in school, and then it doesn't seem fair, because I don't want to write with all of them. I don't want to write with any of them, but every now and then, this particular song was co-written with a young woman named Justina Chandler, and when I first heard her, she was already so great. I mean, at 20, she was so ridiculously good already. And after she graduated, she sent me about half of the lyric of the song I just played. She goes, "I'm just not sure what to do with this." And I went, I know what to do. And so all of that delicious drama, oh, it's so juicy. You know, if you've been happily married for years, like I have been, it's a drag. The grist for the songwriting part. Right, I'm going to tell you a somewhat off-color story. When I first met Kathy, we were going out, and I got happy, and I stopped writing songs. And a guy in another band said, "What do you mean you're not writing songs?" I said, "Well, domestic bliss." And he goes, so he went, we were at a bar, and he walked up to Kathy, and he said, and I quote, "Next week is the Rose Festival. Could you please fuck a sailor?" so that Craig could kind of get something going. It's for the good of the band. She's picking up the dishes and pieces off the floor and pulling out the silver that's embedded in the door. When I've been out drinking and I try to sneak home late, she don't throw tantrums. She just throws plates, missing me, missing me. Yeah, we may fight, but I'll be all right as long as she keeps missing me. True story. She loves to toss a salad. She can really chuck a roast. I've had to duck a turkey and miss the gravy boat. I never used to worry. Let the chips lay where they fall. But hell hath no fury like a woman with a bowling ball. She went to see the doctor and he looked into her eyes. And she came home wearing glasses. Now I think I'm gonna cry. 'Cause now she's 2020 and it don't look good for me. God, I miss the good old days back when she used to be missing me. Missing me, come on, miss me with your best shot. Missing me. Thank you. I had a shot at having everything. I knew the good life for a time. But one day I woke up and I realized that it was never mine. Now it's time to do or die. To put our selfish hearts aside. For a better man than I, Casablanca. We knew full well what we were getting into. All along we knew the score. But we were reckless, we were cavalier. And we always wanted more. But I've seen the error of my ways. We'll just regret it if you stay. So bon voyage, come with me, Casablanca. It's just an ordinary story. Two lonely people in the world. lesson of no guts, no glory. Where the hero doesn't get the girl. We tried to make the whole world disappear. We were only on the run. So listen, darling, please don't shed a tear. We always knew this day would come. So chin up and don't be sad. Some things were never meant to last. And anyway, we'll always have Casablanca. Casablanca. Thank you. So I was playing at the Bluebird Cafe right after I wrote this song, and I played it, and this woman got up and ran up to me, and she goes, "That's not what the movie's about." And I said, "I'm not proud of it." And I said, "I can't wait to hear your song." Ooh, snotty. I know, snotty. And she looked like I had sprayed her in the face with a water bottle. She went like that. I went, "Did I say it was about the movie?" Calm down. But what is the movie about? Isn't the movie about, spoiler alert, the movie's been around for, 70 years. If you haven't seen it, sorry. Isn't the movie about somebody taking the high road and giving up the person they love for the betterment of the world? Isn't that this essence of the plot?
That's right, Louis.
I don't even know what that means, but it's funny. Oh, that's right. Here's looking at you, kid. She's got 39 pink flamingos in her backyard and an orange polyethylene Buddha on the top of her car. Tattoos of Lennon and Santa and one of Jay-Z. She's not making or breaking the rules. She's just free. And there are 39 pink flamingos in her garden plot. Her favorite Beatle was Ringo. She thought he was hot. She wears Christmas sweaters in August, but she never sweats. It's not her way to complain or dwell on regrets. It's just 28 days since I met her, and I wish it could go on forever. I love everything that she does. I was powerless to resist her. Part sorceress, part little sister. Really, I fell just because of those 39 pink flamingos. There's bound to be more. Is everything funky and kitschy? That's what she adores. She's hooked on quinoa and kratek, not so much to forgive, 'cause the usual rules don't apply with just 6 months to live. And her joie de vivre never unraveled, even while losing the battle. She was funny and fearless and strong. I've never known anyone like her. Part librarian and part mini biker. And I'm different since she came along with her 39 pink flamingos now in my front yard. And that orange polyethylene Buddha in the trunk of my car. I've got a picture of her kissing Santa and one by the sea. And we take it one day at a time. The Buddhas and all 39 flamingos and me. "39 pink flamingos, 39 pink flamingos." Thank you. Another super uplifting song. All right, well, I'm going to play a couple more songs. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I know this show came up on short notice. It's so nice that you came. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to play the song you want me to play, and then I'm going to play the song that I want to play. But at least I have them in the right order. Yours first. Was I wrong? No. So you cannot lift a spirit that has turned to lead. Shine a light in shadow when the batteries are dead. Fly like a bird over all the works of man. Always think of the perfect word, but you do the best you can. Nothing seems as easy as it did when you were young. Myths may be invincible, but we are only strong. Strong like a memory, strong like a willow in the wind, strong as you'll ever be. You will always need to bend. And if you put your mind at ease, little Hercules. There are times when being a grown-up gets to be too much. Your sense of humor seems to vanish in the crush of the daily day-to-day. You're just putting in your time. I've only played 1,000, 10,000. Let's go with 5. Made a life where no one ever tells you what to do. Now the only tyrant that you're working for is you. But it's never easy to keep all the promises you make. No one's gonna get you fired if you just give yourself a break. And if you feel the weight of the world, put your mind at ease, little Hercules, because there's so it's a breeze, little Hercules. so you cannot lift a spirit that has turned to lead. Shine a light in shadow when the batteries are dead. But if you feel the weight of put your mind at ease, little Hercules, because there's so much on your shoulder, but you know it's a breeze, little Hercules. And if you feel the weight of put your mind at ease, little Hercules, little Hercules, little Hercules. Little Thank you very much. All right. I knew I was smitten already, just like Lady and the Tramp, when they shared spaghetti. As oh so elegantly, she did her twirling. Strands wound so daintily on her fork, while I chased mine clumsily like a dork. Her table manners and poise were really quite sterling. She ordered antipasta, caponata, pan toscana, pepronata, delectable plate after plate. Acqua pazza, arancini, panzanella, scallopini. But that's when I made my mistake. Our first dinner date and our last went from dream to disaster so fast. When she called me a culinary heretic, and all I did was order deep fried mozzarella sticks. She did nothing to hide her disappointment, but it couldn't curtail my enjoyment of mozzarella sticks, much to her shock and dismay. Mozzarella sticks, not everything good is gourmet. And I knew she would only look down on me if she knew how much I love Chef Boyardee and mozzarella sticks. I love those part scam troublemakers. Mozzarella sticks. I stand by my cheesy deal breakers. And if that's all it takes to get 86, then I think I got away just in the nick. And I owe it all to mozzarella sticks. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Safe travels. Happy holidays. Thank you to everyone at Artichoke. Be nice to them. Be nice to each other. And the lights come on, and the music comes on, and that's it.